Hey, deep divers, welcome back. Ready to jump back in.
Always.
All right. So today we're diving into this crazy exchange between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah, this one's a doozy.
It really is, and it all revolves around, get this, firing squads.
You can't make this stuff up.
Seriously, it's like something out of a political thriller or something.
Well, it is election season, so.
True, true. But yeah, before we get too deep into it, don't forget to, the girl, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave us your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what you think about this whole firing squad thing, because we want to know.
Okay, so the Daily Beast published this article where Trump basically suggests that Liz Cheney should face a firing squad.
Intense, right?
Intense is an understatement.
I mean, that's some pretty strong language.
Yeah, and Kamala Harris didn't hold back either.
Oh no, she went right back at him.
She called it totally disqualifying for a presidential candidate.
Which, you can kind of see her point.
For sure. I mean, suggesting that your political opponent should be executed, that's not exactly a good look.
Not a good look at all.
All right, so to really understand this whole thing, we got to go back a bit.
That's story time.
Exactly. So Liz Cheney and her dad, former Vice President Dick Cheney, they've actually endorsed Kamala Harris.
Yeah, they're Team Harris all the way.
And Liz Cheney's been, she's been very vocal in her criticism of Trump.
She has not held back.
Nope, not at all. So basically, Trump is suggesting this pretty extreme punishment for someone who's now on his opponent's team.
And not just suggesting it, he went all in with the imagery, too.
Right. The article actually quotes him saying something like, with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her.
9 barrels? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Even if he meant it figuratively, it's still pretty out there.
Definitely not your everyday political banter.
Okay. So the Harris campaign is claiming that this whole thing is actually helping them.
Yeah, they're saying it's pushing undecided voters towards Harris.
Like, people are hearing this and they're like, nope, I'm done with that.
Basically, yeah. They're using it as proof that Trump shouldn't be president.
Yeah. But of course the Trump campaign has a different take.
Oh, they always do.
Right. They're saying his words were twisted and taken out of context.
The classic out of context defense.
Totally. They're arguing that he was just making a point about Cheney's views on military intervention.
Which, she is known for being pretty hawkish.
Yeah. But still, it's kind of hard to spin those words into something harmless.
Yeah. Firing squad isn't exactly a subtle term.
Okay, and this wasn't the only Trump comment that Harris went after.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah. She also criticized his idea of having Robert F. Kennedy Jr. head up women's health.
Wait, RFK Jr., the vaccine skeptic.
The one and only.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
That's a bold move.
Right. Harris basically called him out for being anti-science.
Which, is a pretty valid criticism.
Yeah. I mean, it's not exactly a secret that RFK Jr. has some unconventional views on health and science.
So Harris is using this to paint Trump as reckless and dangerous.
Right. She's saying his words are not only divisive, but they also make America look bad on the world stage.
It's like she's trying to make voters think, do you really want this guy in charge?
And, there's probably a lot of people who are thinking exactly that.
For sure. It's a pretty effective strategy. Got to give her that.
Okay, so to recap, we've got Trump making some pretty inflammatory statements.
It's statements that are definitely raising eyebrows.
And we've got Harris seizing the opportunity to really contrast herself with him.
It's a classic political move. Capitalize on your opponent's weaknesses.
Exactly. All right, so that's it for part 1 of this deep dive into this Trump-Harris showdown.
We'll be back with part 2, where we'll dig even deeper into this whole thing.
So stay tuned, deep divers. Things are about to get even more interesting.
Oh yeah, we're just getting started. This whole thing, it really shows you how divided things are right now.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, actually.
It is.
Like, is this what it's come to? Just lobbing insults and threats back and forth?
Well, it feels like it sometimes.
It does, doesn't it? And it's not just politics either. It's like, it's everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's definitely seeped into everything.
Social media, the news, even just talking to people sometimes.
It's like everyone's just looking for a fight.
Right. And no one wants to actually listen to each other.
Exactly. It's all about being the loudest, about shouting down anyone who disagrees with you.
And the thing is, the article, it actually said that the Harris campaign is seeing a boost from all of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, people are actually rallying behind her because of Trump's comments?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Huh. So maybe all this outrage is actually working in her favor.
It could be, yeah. Like,
Hmm.
they're seeing this and they're thinking, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, like, I don't want any part of that.
Right, exactly.
It's a risky strategy, though, gotta give him that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It could totally backfire.
But it's kind of brilliant if it works.
Totally.
So Harris is basically using Trump's words against him.
It's like she's saying, look, this is who he is. This is how he talks. Do you really want 4 more years of this?
And you know what? She's also doing a good job of contrasting herself with him.
How so?
Well, she's presenting herself as this unifying figure.
Right, the calm in the storm.
Exactly.
Which is probably pretty appealing to a lot of people right now.
Especially after all the chaos of the past few years.
Yeah, they're tired.
They are.
So this whole thing, it's really got me thinking about the power of words.
Yeah, me too.
Like they can actually shape reality.
Yeah.
You know?
They can start wars, they can end wars, they can make or break a presidency.
And in this case, it seems like they might just swing an election.
It's definitely possible.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
It is.
This whole episode has been pretty intense so far.
It has, hasn't it?
But there's one more thing we need to talk about.
Okay, what's that?
The psychology behind all of this.
Oh, interesting. Like,
Right.
why do people buy into this kind of rhetoric?
Exactly. And what does it do to us in the long run?
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely curious to hear more about that. So we've talked about the politics, the strategies, all that. But what about the psychology of it all? Why does this kind of extreme talk, why does it work?
Well, it really taps into something primal.
Primal.
Yeah, like think about it. When people are scared or when they feel like things are out of control, they start looking for simple answers, Strong leaders who promise to fix everything.
Right, someone to come in and make everything okay again.
Exactly. And that's what this kind of rhetoric does. It plays on those fears.
So it's like a shortcut to our emotions.
Yeah, pretty much. It bypasses all the logic and the critical thinking.
And that makes us more susceptible to manipulation.
Unfortunately, yeah. And the thing is, this kind of stuff, it has a real impact.
How so?
Well, it erodes trust, It makes people cynical, it makes it harder to have real conversations.
About the things that actually matter.
Right.
Yeah, no, I totally see that. It's like we're all just yelling at each other and get nowhere.
And that's the danger, right? We get so caught up in the drama, in the outrage, that we lose sight of what's important.
So what do we do? How do we break out of this cycle?
Well, I think the first step is just being aware of it.
Aware of the manipulation.
Mm-hmm. Understanding how it works, how it affects us, and then being willing to have those tough conversations.
Even with people we disagree with.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together.
Well said. So, deep divers, we've covered a lot of ground today. From firing squads to the psychology of political rhetoric.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. And it's made me realize just how powerful words can be.
They really are. They can inspire, they can destroy, they can change the course of history.
So let's all choose our words carefully, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so that's it for our deep dive into this Trump-Harris showdown. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave us your thoughts in the comments. We want to know what you think about all of this. And as always, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep the conversation going.
See you next time.